It's the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, we've got Aaron Rodgers. He's fourth in the NFL in passing touchdowns this season. It's the Packers and the Bears, and it's coming right up on EA Sports.
First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Today we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Green Bay Packers and the Chicago Bears. Alongside my partner Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And CD, you look at the Packers in this matchup, you figure they've got to be looking forward to this one. They've got a clear advantage on the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah, and they totally understand it, not just by running the numbers, but those numbers do play into it because you've got one of the better passing offenses in the league, a top 10 unit, going up against one of the poor defenses in the league. So I think we're going to see these guys take some shots downfield. But right from the start, I expect them to attack and get right after them.
The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. The Chicago's offense running out, and something they hope to see for years and years to come. Second-year pro Justin Fields leading the way.
And the guys on the other side of the ball know they'll have to be on their toes. And it's obviously not just the passing, but the running element that makes him dangerous. He ran for over 100 yards in that game last week, so keeping him contained will be a big emphasis for this defense.
Fields passing on the first play from scrimmage. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. David Montgomery, the target out of the backfield, but it's going to be second down. And here, Charles, is a look at the inactive, some of the guys that are out today due to injury.
Yeah, and this is where the preseason work comes into play for some of those backups. It's not just them getting some experience on the field, but preparing each week in practice as if they were going to play. And when you have guys like that on your team, you've got a chance for success when the injury bug hits.
It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down. The Bears at 2-10 now in the year. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. On second down, Montgomery. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. And let's see, the Packers defensively 6 DBs, so a dime look on third.
Could play coverage or bring pressure.
Here's Fields. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up fourth down. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Now a hit and a loose football. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. And while all of that was going on, we have an injured player out there in need of some attention. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now Montgomery running right. And he's got it down to the 28. The numbers on the ground for Montgomery in last week's affair. 20 carries, 121 yards.
And the way they ran the ball last last week has to bring a smile to the faces of the entire coaching staff, because not only are they seeing a back pile up yardage, they're seeing an offensive line in sync, and that bodes well this late in the season.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Fields. He'll get this underneath to Montgomery. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
The line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Fields. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. Simeon incomplete on 1st. Here's 2nd and 10 now.
It's 2nd down and 10.
They'll set up to throw. He'll find Harry on the right side. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Complete to Nikhil Harry. That's a gain of 8.
From the gun, here's Fields. Got his man, that's Harry. And the Bears are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
Montgomery is into the end zone for a Bears touchdown. Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was David Montgomery's touchdown run that polished it all off. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So a sensational return there on special teams, a foot race that he was not going to lose. Now, meanwhile, while that was going on, we've got an injured player on the field. Well, hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll get this to the 32. The numbers on the ground for Jones last week. 16 carries, 58 yards, and a score.
And when he went over 1,000 yards last week, you know what it did for their offense? It gave them a true identity, because everyone's going to talk about this. The offensive line's going to take pride in it. Of course, the guy carrying the football will. But how about the coaching staff? When they go in and talk contracts, when they talk to reporters, hey, we had a 1,000-yard rusher this year. That means something in today's NFL.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 13 yards, 1st down, Packers.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. And able to find Allen Lazard. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit, because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. On 1st down, Rodgers. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So not quite a first and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Again, it's Jones. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Able to find Lazard. And it's a Packers touchdown. Alan Lazard, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. But down here, I thought they were going to hand that off. Instead, a well-designed play and the pitch and catch for the touchdown.
And I wonder who came up with it. Was it a call from the bench? Did the quarterback have a good idea and suggest it? In any event, clearly an effective play call. They saw something they liked in coverage, and they targeted it for the short yardage throw.
And the perfect way to cap their opening drive. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. You see David Montgomery heading back out to begin the drive. And you see his numbers from a week ago. He was up over 100 yards then, and he's already hit pay dirt here once in this one.
We always talk about quarterbacks and receivers getting into rhythm, right? Really feeling good, finding each other downfield. I think running backs operate the same way. They can hit a good rhythm and a good stride, and he's carrying it over from last week.
From the 27, Fields. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. There's no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you get your best people in the area to try and take that away.
Following the punt return here, there's someone shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Now a first down carry by Jones. Down to about the 37. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Throwing is Rodgers. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. A gain of 3, 2nd down. They'll go again to Jones. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. Got a man, it's Tunyon. And he is going to have a Packers first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
And that one was a lot of fun right there, because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short. Blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Rodgers now to throw. Touchdown, Packers! 2 touchdown passes now here in this first quarter for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers have taken the lead. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
So that drive 7 plays in length. And it was Robert Tonyan capping it all off on the touchdown grab. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Now a first down throw, Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. Adrian Amos up to make the tackle. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's the option. Running right. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing on 3rd down, Simeon. Going deep for Montgomery. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. And he'll begin the drive with a give to Jones. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Caught by Cobb. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run for it with Jones. Again the juke. 42 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Rodgers. That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down. To throw on 2nd and 10. Rodgers, and this is caught by Watkins. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a first down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. But the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Rodgers going to throw. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 37. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. The Packers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers. He's got Tunyon complete over the middle, and they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. 2nd and 5. They go back to the ground with Jones. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. He'll get this to Lazard. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Up the middle, Jones. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8. To throw is Rodgers. Caught on the slant. Rodgers to Cobb, good for a Green Bay first. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Packers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball? Or are we cool to do it here in football, partner?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary. Or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance they stop passing now the way that it's going. I think they'll continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Week 13 here in the NFL, first weekend of December. Playoff races definitely coming into focus now, and we got a couple of good ones in prime time. Tonight, national audience gets a look at the Colts for a second straight weekend. This time they're at Dallas, 7:20 Central Time for that kick. And then Monday night, Saints and Bucks from Tampa. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. A give to Montgomery out of the gun. Down at the 35, it'll be 2nd down. From the 35 on 2nd down, Simeon. And he slings one that's incomplete. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Here's Fields. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. And they're going to fake it. He wants to throw it here. Now Simeon stripped. He lost the football. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. Green Bay returning on offense, led by running back Aaron Jones. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. This offense so far on 3rd down, a perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. 3rd down, passing down. They throw the extra defensive back in there for a nickel package, and it worked out.
Yeah, and it's not anything that you would think is just great strategy. It's just that when you have 5 defensive backs on the field and an obvious passing down, it's a lot tougher to complete a pass. And on that play, they completed it just to the wrong team, and it cost them 6 points.
Santos now to add the PAT. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done, because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks. Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. An inside give to Jones. Oh, able to avoid him. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 96 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Aaron Jones, not one of the bigger backs in the league, 5'9", 208, but he's definitely what you'd call a downhill runner, and he's able to shed the tacklers there for good yardage.
Yeah, and that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact and in his mind just screamed, "Out of my way," and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Romeo Doubs with his first career NFL touchdown as his guys are able to extend their lead.
And to me, the key to a wide receiver run like that is getting around the first edge guy. It's often like a punt returner. Make that first guy miss, because if you can do that successfully and get upfield, we know good things can happen. He's able to take that one into the end zone.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. From the 10. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they come in losers of 2 straight. And remember, they've got the open date on their calendar next weekend. But you think it's vitally important, Charles, that they focus on the task at hand here?
Absolutely, because these players, they know what's coming up. And the difference between taking time off following a win versus doing so on a 3-game losing streak, that's absolutely huge, because they may come back if they lose this game to a facility, and there may be new faces in there and some teammates lost.
Fields going to keep it once more. Able to slither by. And he will take this all the way down to the Packers' 32-yard line. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. What a run there. I mean, you've got speed, elusiveness, escapability, all rolled into one.
And we all know that quarterbacks are coached. They get the ball to the guys who can do all the things you just described. You want those guys who have speed, elusiveness, and escapability all rolled into one with the ball in their hands, and guess what? It's him. So there's no sense in throwing it or handing it off when you can do all of that yourself.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. That's caught by Montgomery. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
On 1st down, Fields. Now he's forced out left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. So as they take it over, we step aside. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Montgomery. And the Bears are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
Another catch for him to this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up the 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
To throw is Simeon. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. Accelerating, and off he goes. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
Extra point try now for Crosby. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From the 6. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Chicago offense set to get started. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Now they'll run the option to the short side left. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. First down.
It's a gain of a yard. That's good for a Chicago.
Fields now to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. On 2nd and 10, Fields. Got a man open, that's Harry. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
It's a gain of 11. That's good.
From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. Oh, look at the juke. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. And he's got this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Packers' 43-yard line. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
2nd down, here's an option right. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3.
Here's Fields.
3rd and 7.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 12-yard line. 1:55 left to go in the first half of play. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now Simeon. Touchdown! Cole Kmet, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears get a bit closer.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Now the point after try for Santos. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it was all capped off by Cole Kmet with a touchdown catch. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself.
And he fires one that's intercepted. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. On first down, it's Fields. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Now it's Fields. Right side caught by Jackson. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Now Fields. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. No, Fields is off, and on comes Cairo Santos for the Chicago field goal. From the left hash, just a 32-yard attempt. Santos' kick is up and through, and that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
On first down, Rodgers. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Cobb. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 24 yards the gain there. Another first down as well.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Rodgers. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. And again, it's Rodgers. The left side completion to Jones. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. The kick by Crosby is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Fields on first down. This one swung out to Montgomery. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. A final shot before the break. Fields. And firing a deep ball for Kmet. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. And the Packers are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
We'll begin up at U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. And it is the Jets who have the lead in that one. A touchdown pass there for Zach Wilson. From there, we head down south to Atlanta. Check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they've got the lead in their matchup with the Pittsburgh Steelers. James Washington, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get you to Baltimore. Check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And they trail the visiting Denver Broncos in that one. 2 touchdown passes there for Russell Wilson. And on now to a check on the next-gen stats in that first half for the Packers. And it's been the passing game that's been the story. They have feasted on this secondary to the tune of 200-plus yards already through 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they weren't quite as successful throwing the ball as their counterparts were, but they still were able to move the ball reasonably well in that first half.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Packers ready to go to start quarter number 3. Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The sack there by Roquan Smith. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though, and they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
Yeah, the next-gen stat's going to illustrate just how quickly a quarterback has to process everything, as he was on the ground in under 3 seconds, 2.9 to be precise. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he'll get a few yards here to the 34. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Fields. Eluding the pressure right. Fields hit and the ball is loose. And this is going to be Packer football. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Rodgers. That's complete to Cobb. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one goes for 24 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Rodgers going to throw. Throw right side, hauled in by Dobbs. And the Packers are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Now Jones. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. 2nd down and goal. Rodgers. He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers take a 3-touchdown lead. That was quite the call down around the goal line on 4th and goal.
Yeah, they fake the run, pull it out, throw it. And as a defense, I've been in that spot before, and we see it all the time. You almost have to overcommit against the run. You have to almost sell out and say, they're going to run it, go make a play. They got fooled on that one.
Crosby with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it was all capped off by a touchdown catch from Christian Watson. Fielded right around the 8. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. He'll take it past the 40 to the 41, 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Simeon. He'll get this underneath to Montgomery. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Simeon. And they finally get to him as he's taken down. Preston Smith comes in for the sack.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner. And I don't think with 3 scores down in the 3rd quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. This is taken at the 18. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. They have picked up right where they left off in half number 1, just looking really dominant, extending this lead.
And it's fun to see when teams actually do that, because so many times you go into the half after playing well, and you kind of relax a little bit. We've got this. We can kind of punch the button whenever we get good and ready. But for a team to keep the intensity and keep the execution up and come back after the half and play so well, that's actually really, really nice to see.
And a pedal to the metal. That's what we're seeing right now. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 125 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Here's Rodgers to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers looking sideline, incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Rodgers now to throw. Got a man, it's Tunyon. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 20-yard line. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
And right side, they're going to go option here. And he is going to lose yardage here. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? Jones again. And the 2nd effort gets him in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. So a great 2nd effort there as he's able to stay upright and get into the end zone.
I think not just a 2nd effort. I think a 3rd effort was what got him in. Maybe possibly even a 4th.
Yeah, whatever it was, he was not going to be denied. Now Crosby for the point after. And that'll increase their lead to 28. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And the last play in the drive was a touchdown run by Aaron Jones. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a 1-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
From the 50, here's Fields. Looking downfield for Jones. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. Glad you're with us from Soldier Field in Chicago. Third quarter here, 2nd and 10. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Back to throw, Fields. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Jackson. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers 40. Here's Fields. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Second and 10, Simeon again. Got a man open, that's Harry. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers 23. To the air again, Fields. Now they set up the screen, that's complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Simeon. And this is incomplete. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Simeon now to throw. Finds Komet on the quick slant. And the Bears are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. They'll run with Montgomery. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Fields now to throw. Open man, he finds Komet. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Bears are able to cut into that deficit. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that as he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. He's up over 100 yards, and he'll be looking to get in the end zone again.
Has a tremendous nose for it, doesn't he? The ability to pile up yardage and find the end zone, that's the combination you want in your runner.
That's a combination any coach wants, and we'll see if he can find that end zone once more. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards. An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. That's Cobb. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. Second down, another shot for Jones. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down. Again, it's Jones. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. 157 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they turn to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll bring up second down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And the Packers are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure.
And it's a Packers touchdown. Aaron Rodgers on fire, his 5th touchdown pass of the ball game. And the Packers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. And you wonder now if he might be able to remove the helmet, put on the baseball cap, and watch the rest of this one from the sideline. His 5th touchdown pass of the game.
Say that again. Did you say 5th touchdown pass of the game?
Yes, sir.
But that's a heck of a performance, isn't it? Because they've had no answer for him at all game long. Receivers have been open constantly, and he hasn't missed a single one of them.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Bears offense out there set and ready to go. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's Fields. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Holding offense.
So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Simeon. And again back to Komet. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Fields. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. 4th down. Fields has to have this one. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
If you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Open man, here is Cobb. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. To throw is Rodgers. And his throw here is incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Throwing now is Rodgers. He'll find Lazard here over the middle. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Drops it to Jones in the flat. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And that's going to make it 4th down. Now Mason Crosby for the Packers field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Crosby is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. Now a 1st down throw, Fields. And he whips that one incomplete there. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Out of the gun, Fields. A throw left side taken in by Kmet. Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
To throw is Fields. Throw left side complete. That's Jackson. And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now Fields. He gets this to Jones over the middle. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Fields throwing again. Buying time to his left. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Simeon on 1st down. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Fields on 1st down. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. To throw again on 2nd down. Fields. And that'll be incomplete. Play number 9 set to come here in the drive on 3rd and 2. From the gun, here's Fields. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
He needed 2. He only got 1. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. Getting set to go again on the offensive side, Randall Cobb works his way back onto the field. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, Keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
A gain of 3 on the play. And the Packer first down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10.
Oh, and that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line.
17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well.
Brandon, every great running backs coach that I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about to run them into submission.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
They'll go again to Jones. And some room to roam now.
And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Off the option, it's Jones.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13.
He was brought down at the 13-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
So it's all over. A Green Bay victory.
Charles, for this losing side, their heads are hanging as they walk off the field today. And really, I mean, we know why. Those 3 turnovers by that offense, that's ultimately what doomed them.
And this is what coaches preach all the time to every team that we ever talk with. Taking care of the ball on offense, trying to take it away on defense. And let's face it, when you give it away 3 times in one game, you make it very difficult for your team to get the W.
So for the Packers, it's a 10th win on the year as they move to 10-3. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they're squarely in play for next year mode now as they drop to 2-11. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time.